Good morning. Let us discuss today's current affairs. Singapore elections were conducted. People's Action Party of Singapore won a thumping victory. The Prime Minister of Singapore, Lawrence Wong, also felt very happy with that victory. And Singapore was formed in the year 1965 as a separate independent city-state or a country, which is also a city-state. And from then on till date, only one party that is being elected all the time, that is People's Action Party. In fact, in Singapore, voting is compulsory. If you don't vote, your name will be removed from the electoral list. Unless you give a cogent reason, again your name will not be re-entered. So voting is compulsory in Singapore. Almost 90% of the votes will come to, regularly they will come to People's Action Party of Singapore. And you can see the growth story of Singapore from 1965 to 2025. In a single generation, Singapore was transformed from third world country to first world country. It got transformed from third world country to first world country. Do you know when Singapore was formed in 1965, the per capita income is just $500. Now it is $93,000. One of the topmost per capita income countries in the world is Singapore, and the living standards in Singapore are also very high. And Singapore, very strong infrastructure, development. Singapore doesn't have any natural resource, but still Singapore is a topmost destination for FDIs in the world. One of the top destinations for FDIs in the world. And Singapore have high discipline, hardworking nature, zero corruption, and Singapore is known for transparency and strict adherence of rules and sanitation. So, People's Action Party always prioritize discipline, sanitation, corruption freeness, infrastructure development and other things in Singapore. So, Singapore always is in the hands of People's Action Party. Now it is led by Lawrence Wong, and the founder of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, the man who built the modern Singapore. Lee Kuan Yew, the man who built the modern Singapore. And the next important thing for the IR perspective is Australian elections. In Australia, Labour Party created a history. For the first time in the last 2 decades, a party have won in the second consecutive term. Anthony Albanese, the Australian Prime Minister, was very happy for that. And Indian Prime Minister also congratulated Anthony Albanese. And for your information, even in Australia, voting is compulsory. If you don't vote, you have to pay $20 as fine. If you don't vote, you have to pay $20 as fine, even in Australia. So, the elections in Australia, the elections in Singapore are in news. Coming back, the other interesting news that is coming up from Pakistan. Pakistan testified a missile, nuclear capable missile, Abdali. It is nothing but provocation. In fact, Pakistan is claiming that the range of Abdali is 450 kilometers. But India is saying it's not 450, it's around 100 to 150. India follows cold start doctrine. Though India never officially said, I am following cold start doctrine, we follow a doctrine called cold start. Whereas Pakistan follows tactical nuclear weapon doctrine. Pakistan follows tactical nuclear weapon doctrine. India follows cold start, Pakistan follows tactical nuclear weapon doctrine. And Pakistani Defense Minister recently also said a wrong statement against India. If India halts in this water, we are going to destroy the infrastructure of that particular project. It's a daring and provocative statement from the side of Pakistan. And right now, India's silence could not be understood by Pakistan. In fact, Pakistan is shaking. It's an eerie silence on the part of India. Anytime, anything might happen. Russia have sent Igla S, man-portable air defense system, which can be launched from shoulders, which can be carried by a soldier. So, Igla S, at this juncture, Igla S is very, very important for India. On the other side, there is a news that Turkey have sent a warship, a corvette, to Karachi port for a goodwill. We don't know why, exactly the reason why Turkey have sent in the recent past, but still it's a time of a conflict and tension between India and Pakistan. The next important news, Miss World competitions are going to kick-start on May 10th. They are going to be conducted up to May 31st. Now, Hyderabad has become an important destination for important events and competitions. On the other side of Miss World pageant, there is one thing. The brand Hyderabad and brand Telangana is going to be developed. As a part of the pageant, we are going to showcase our tourism potential, including many important places in Nagarjuna, Hyderabad, Ramoji Film City, Chowmahalla Palace, Falaknuma Palace, and even we are also showing AIG hospital to the important celebrities for medical tourism. We can enhance our medical tourism, and also overall investment profile of Hyderabad is being focused. So, Miss World competition is not just about Miss World. It is about showcasing the prowess of Telangana, showcasing the beauty of Telangana and Hyderabad. So, the things are coming up. And 2 days back, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji have inaugurated Virinjam International Seaport at Trivandrum. So, this is a dedicated transshipment facility for the first time in India, where state government have almost funded 2/3 of the shipping project's cost, and Adani Group have developed, and the state of Kerala also have contributed immensely to that port, 2/3 of the investment. And the transshipment facility, in fact, the cargo which is being sent from India, most of the cargo and most of the goods we used to transship from Colombo port. So, we used to lose revenue and forex. Now, we are having our own dedicated transshipment facility from now on. The commercial operations already started. What is transshipment facility? From the mothership. So, there will be a place to dock the mothership, very large ship which carries a lot of goods and other things. Shifting of the goods and the transporting to other destinations, all these things can happen in a dedicated transshipment facility. It's a transshipment facility where we can transfer the goods and we can send to the other locations the goods of Indian origin and the goods which have come to India. So, that facility was inaugurated by Narendra Modi ji, and he also came to Amaravati, the Andhra's capital, and restarted the works in Amaravati. Almost 94 projects were restarted, worthing more than 53,000 crores, and dedicated assembly, high court buildings, government complexes, they are all being constructed at Amaravati. And Amaravati, you all know the story of Amaravati. 10 years back, in the month of October 2015, Prime Minister had made Senkustapana to Amaravati. But the thing is, in the last 10 years, the things were stalled. Again, they were restarted few days back on May 2nd in Andhra's capital, Amaravati. Prime Minister Modi ji visited Amaravati. That's the other news that is coming up. The next important news from our side is Prime Minister inaugurated 𝐾𝐨𝐽 India Youth Games 2025. Bihar hosts first ever multi-sport event, mega event. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji on Sunday virtually inaugurated the 7th edition of 𝐾𝐨𝐽 India Youth Games 2025, marking a historic moment as Bihar hosts the prestigious national sporting event for the first time. The opening ceremony, held in Patna, was attended by Bihar CM Nitish Kumar and other dignitaries. So, 𝐾𝐨𝐽 India is very, very important to promote the sporting spirit in India. 𝐾𝐨𝐽 India is very, very important to promote the sporting spirit. And the next important news, very important, India bans all imports from Pakistan in the interest of national security. India bans all imports from Pakistan in the interest of national security. The Director General of Foreign Trade have issued a notification. Unless specially permitted by India, no imports are allowed from Pakistan. No imports are allowed from Pakistan. And more importantly, the India-Pakistan trade is very, very minimum. It won't impact much. It is only in millions. So, we need not bother much about that. But it is showing something that India was very staunch against Pakistan's state-sponsored terrorism. So, here on May 2nd, the Director General of Foreign Trade have issued a notification to prohibit direct or indirect import or transit of all goods originating in or exporting from Pakistan with immediate effect until further orders. With immediate effect until further orders. So, this is very, very important. So, India banned all imports from Pakistan. And there is another news coming from India-Angola relations. India-Angola relations are in news. Angolan president is in India. He is visiting India. India and Angola have agreed to expand their energy partnership while also enhancing cooperation in digital infrastructure, space technology and defense. The two countries signed several MOUs aimed at boosting bilateral ties, coinciding with Angolan President João Lourenço to India. He is visiting India, the first such visit in 38 years. Angolan President João Lourenço's visit to India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, following a delegated level talks, described the visit of Angolan President as historic and said that it was not only giving new direction to Indo-Angola relations, but also strengthening India-Africa ties. The two nations are currently marking 40th anniversary of their diplomatic relation. The Prime Minister of India announced the approval of line of credit worth 200 million for defense procurement to support the modernization of Angolan armed forces. So, most importantly, Angola is going to take up the chairmanship of African Union very soon. Angola is going to take up the chairmanship of African Union very soon. So, India-Angola relations are also very, very important. One more Nepali student have committed suicide within 90 days in 𝐾𝐞𝐚𝐫𝐧𝐢𝐧𝐠 Institute of Technology in Orissa. So, 2 months back, one Nepali student committed suicide and 2 days back, another Nepali student committed suicide. It's a big issue that is coming up. So, investigation is going on why such suicides are being happening in that 𝐾𝐞𝐚𝐫𝐧𝐢𝐧𝐠 Institute of Technology in Orissa. Coming back, Iran foreign minister to visit Pakistan and he will also arrive in Delhi later this week. Iran foreign minister Abbas Araghchi will arrive in Islamabad on Monday, that is on May 5th today, ahead of a visit to Delhi later this week. His India visit have been planned since weeks ago, but coupled with trip with Pakistan. So, Iranian foreign minister is coming to India. Coming back, amid India-Pakistan tension, Air Force Chief meets our Prime Minister Modi ji. As tensions between India and Pakistan over Pahalgam terror attack continued to run high, the Indian Air Force Chief Air Marshal A.P. Singh met Prime Minister Narendra Modi at his residence in New Delhi. The meeting was held amid growing cross-border skirmishes along Jammu Kashmir. The meeting assumed significance in the wake of an earlier statement made by Modi that armed forces have been granted complete operational freedom to decide on the mode, target and timing of the Indian response to Pahalgam attack. Mode, target and timing of the Indian response to the Pahalgam attack. It's very important. Coming back, the other important news that is coming up. See, yesterday, Houthi missiles lands very close to Israel airport. A missile struck inside the perimeter of Israel's main airport, wounding 6 persons, halting the flights. It is an attack which was claimed by Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels. The attack on Ben Gurion International Airport came hours before top Israeli cabinet ministers were to vote on whether to intensify military operations on Gaza Strip. The army, meanwhile, began calling up thousands of reserves in anticipation of a wider operation in Gaza. So, there is a missile attack in the international airport, Ben Gurion International Airport in Tel Aviv, Israel, and Israel owed a revenge for this attack. Things are not going very fine. The other news is coming up. Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Bandi Sanjay ruled out any peace talks with Maoists, saying there can be no talks with those who hold weapons and kill innocents. How can peace talks to be held with an outlawed organization, he said, adding Maoists must lay down their arms and surrender to the police. Maoists must lay down arms and surrender to the police. So, this is the news that is coming up. GST collections are soaring up, goods and services tax. India's goods and services tax collection in April, since the indirect taxation framework was implemented in 2017, has consistently hit high records. This April, the month of April 2025, was no different. Generally because of businesses tallying their books and completing their financial year end tax commitments. The gross GST collected this time was about 2.37 lakh crores, marking an on-year growing of 12.6% from the last April. So, if you compare with the last April, the year on year, this April, 12.6% increase in GST collection. After refunds, the central government netted over 2.09 lakh crores. As on year rise, if you observe, after refunds, we got net increase of 9.1%. It's a good start and good going up for India. So, good start and good going up for India.